Thank you everyone for coming to the meeting this afternoon. I do have a fireworks permit request, Jimmy Austin, to add to this, so is there a motion?
Make a motion that we add that under new business.
Second it.
Is there any further discussion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Is there any other agenda additions or deletions? All right, let's move right along. I ask for a motion to approve the June 23rd, 2025 minutes.
So moved.
So moved, or whatever.
I'll second that.
Okay, so,
Let the record show I wasn't here.
okay, let's, we're gonna, George got you
That's
first.
fine. George beat me. We're good.
You gotta be quick. Us old guys are fast.
I have no comment. All right, so there's been a motion made, seconded. There's no further discussion. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, Highway Road Commissioners report.
Just an update. We've been working nonstop on East 10th Road, cleaning ditches and replacing culverts, and we didn't realize how many bad culverts that we really had. We knew we had some bad ones, and we removed a couple driveway culverts, reshaped the road, the driveways and stuff. I think it'll be a lot better when we get done.
So this is East Timoth.
East 10th, yes. Also have some driveway permits for approval. First ones I have is for Brian Godnick. It's over East Clarendon Road, just north of the whistle stop where the old trailer park used to be.
Oh, okay.
And they have the whole design here, the septic and stuff. I guess they gotta run the septic across the road.
So they're gonna put it on the west side?
Yes.
Okay.
I have all the blueprints right here. When they first talked about this last year, my first thing was that was paved not long ago, so instead of cutting the tire, I suggested a line bore under the road for the septic. That's up to the select board's discretion of that.
So they gotta be north of the whistle stop area.
Correct, where the old trailer park used to be.
Yeah.
I mean,
So driveway, they're actually, for driveway access, which they don't require a culvert.
there's no culvert needed.
It's all flat there.
Well, we all know.
And they want two,
It's
over
never,
with. It's never gonna come back. So,
they have two 1 acre lots and two driveways.
I'll make a motion then that we approve with the caveat that the septic line needs to be bored
Line board under the road.
under the
Yeah.
road rather than tearing the road up.
Second.
Now, the question I had is, I don't know too much about this. Is there a certain depth that they have to go? Is there a state spec or anything, or?
That's just a
depends on
phone
how
call.
far back the house is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so many, it's a quarter-inch per foot, more or less. It's
Right.
pitch.
Just that I
It's
didn't,
a pressure line and it's insulated. It's laid at
Oh,
60.
okay, so if it's pressurized, it,
Okay.
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 You're here representing?
I'm Kevin Smith. I'm from Marble Valley Engineering.
Oh, okay, you're the one to talk to on the phone then?
That's right.
Okay. Yep. Can you enlighten us any more about anything about this, or?
I don't think so relative to the town's concern. That had been the major one, that we not open gut the road. And so it is to be jacked and bored.
Okay.
From right-of-way limit to right-of-way limit. It's in a steel sleeve and it got 2 inches of insulation and it's 6 feet down. So it should be,
Should be all
Yep.
good then.
you should be all set.
How big is the line?
I'm sorry,
How big is the line?
2 inches.
2 inch, okay.
with a,
Huh.
it's got a 6-inch outer around that, a 6-inch steel pipe around that.
Yes.
Yeah. All right,
I'm good with that then. I did it have a second?
What's
George.
yeah.
You did? Okay. Yep.
All right, so there's been a motion made, brief discussion. If there's no other questions, for this young fella. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
And with that, Mr. Chairman has, wait a minute, I can sign this.
I think you can
Yep.
sign it. Is there
Okay.
another one, Cash? You said you had more than one?
Yep, the
Okay.
second one is the Pinkoski, Danny, Marty, and Debbie Davis
Okay.
on the farm up here
Yep.
at Moulton Avenue, corner of Moulton Avenue and Middle Road. They have 2 house lots,
Oh, yes.
and I have a concern about one, but one of the house lots is, they got an access off Moulton Avenue,
Mhm.
which will require a culvert.
Okay.
There's a slight ditch through there. My concern is, I have no problem with that one. My concern is with the second house lot, the engineer drawed it up to come off Middle Road.
Yep.
Across the road from the
I saw
barn.
I saw the stake.
Yeah.
Where it says driveway.
My concern there, if they put a driveway in, it's gonna block water coming down through there, so it's gonna require a ditch
Going across it.
along that
Going north, south.
roadside.
North of the
You're talking about on that side.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So I actually had a little conversation with Danny the other day of changing the access to Moulton Avenue.
Yep.
And so, my thought is, I have no problem with the first one on Moulton Avenue that's already designed. The second one, my thought is, we had to re-talk this with the engineer, whoever drew the blueprints up, and see if they can get that
To Moulton Avenue.
set to Moulton Avenue.
Now, if they did do that, and I'm thinking that it's the lot closest to,
That'd be the front lot.
The corner
yeah,
lot.
but would that be too close to the stop signs?
No, it'll
Coming off on Moulton
be
Ave?
okay. We'll have to set it back to their most eastern boundary line.
Yeah.
Which I
To the
don't
eastern
know.
corner.
Yeah, which I don't know where that is,
Well,
because it's
so-
not marked out. I
So
haven't
you
seen the
guys
blueprints.
make any arrangements to talk to the engineer?
I'm going to have to, yes.
All right.
I,
mean,
think
this-
before the hay did grow up, I think there is a stake in there.
How big is that lot?
Before the hay went above it, I think there is a stake on that back
Are
corner.
they 2 acre lots?
1 acre lots,
Oh, 1 acre.
200 feet back from the corner, more or less. Because an acre
Right.
square.
Yeah.
roughly.
Roughly, yeah.
It depends on how long. I think it goes long and narrow.
Okay.
Goes to that other house, the old farmhouse. So my suggestion for tonight, for approval for the Moulton Avenue one only, and then we have to get in.
Talk about the other one.
Yep.
I'll make that a motion. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Is that it?
We gotta,
Captain?
That's
did you,
all.
we should have, you have to have a signature on those, right?
Yes.
Cash can
I
sign
can
them.
do them.
Oh,
We can
okay.
do- The last thing I got, the mower tractor, knock on wood, is up and going as of today. And he's on the Shrewsbury side doing North Shrewsbury Road in that area there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. The select board warrants, where are they? Right here.
Yeah, they need to head back towards cash, I think.
Yeah. George, did you check? There was one in there that,
Probably I missed.
yeah. All right, but, let the public know that anybody wants to see how we're spending your tax dollars, look on the look. Guest, Harry Withington.
Yes, I got all those.
Well, I was just glad to hear the brush hog was fixed.
Oh, here
I
it
think
is.
maybe the town might want to look into the future of maybe trying to buy one, even if it's used. That thing lasts 10 years in a row. It's broke every year. You know, you're working with old equipment and sometimes stuff breaks, but you know, it's almost the middle of June and it breaks, or almost in the middle of July, sorry. North Shrewsbury Road, that's the first time that's been mowed because of that thing being out of commission. And I just think every year it's broken down. And I think the town should look into seeing what they can do for a replacement.
Have any comments?
he's on target. I mean, she's tired. I mean, if you look at it, we got 52 acres of, or 52 miles of road, but you're going each way, so it's 104. And then if you do 3 passes, the 104 times 3, I had it up like 700 miles roughly, because you're doing the second time around a lot of times too. So it's,
Can you start getting some quotes?
yep, actually I got a couple phone calls in, but they haven't returned the call.
That's for replacing the mower.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing.
Tractor and a mower.
Yeah. The whole.
How many hours are on the tractor?
I think just over 5,000, but you gotta remember too, she's going 3 miles an hour full bore. You know, for the hydraulics and stuff. If, you know, look at it that way. So,
Why don't you,
that's, I mean, I don't see no sense, and Eddie can chime in on this, or even Harry, I don't see no sense of buying just the mower unit itself with the hydraulic problems and all the other stuff. We've had issues with the tractor. So, I mean, we'll skimp by right now to get through, but I think budget time, we ought to seriously look at this.
so that wouldn't be till next spring.
Right. Well, in
This-
November, we'd budget and stuff, but, yeah.
Let me ask a question. This mower was the one that we shared with Rutland Town for a while,
Yes, and I guess.
Came off of Killington.
Come off Killington originally.
and before that, how did we get our roadside mowing done?
I believe they hired, private contractors and stuff like that, and did just probably 5 feet back.
Sickle bar mower
The
used.
sickle
Wasn't
bar,
very much.
yeah,
it wasn't-
One pass.
I mean,
Well, we had a
it's,
side mount brush hog years ago. There was a Ford tractor with a side mount brush hog. We had Ford 4000.
Mhm.
I mowed roadsides for 10 years with that.
Yeah,
Think-
that was a long time ago. Yeah. That was
We're talking back,
when Bert,
yeah, you know, end of the 90s, early 2000s, yeah.
I think that when Norm first got on, he had desires for
Yeah,
new
he-
tractor and all that stuff.
He said it was cheaper to have, because I mowed as a spare. So the 4 town guys, they could do what they needed to be doing, and I did the mowing as a, you know, as a
Yeah.
spare and everything else, and did it nights and weekends or whenever I had time to do it and everything. But I kept the maintenance up on it too. I knew what a grease gun was, and I, you know, and different things, and you know, I took care of the unit and everything else.
the beauty of it we have now is we've been mowing back that 3 passes, so basically the heavy stuff for the most part is back. So now it'll be not easier, but you got smaller growth coming, the leaves and the branches and stuff like that.
So we're at the
No.
point where you don't have to get out the chainsaw very often, is that what you're saying?
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what would you suspect would be a good time to start looking?
Oh, now,
Yeah,
I mean, this is something to bring in budget time, November.
yeah, but
Get stuff going, and then give us time to look out there if there's some decent trade-ins, not something that's already wore out.
usually
Go from there.
the state usually has equipment like that.
A lot of states,
Pardon?
One of the things I might say, 5,000 hours is about half life of that tractor. You should get 10 to 12,000 out of it easy, but one of the things we gotta do, and I said this last year after I fixed your hydraulic problem on it, put it in there and get the rest of those hoses out of there. Get done mowing with it for the season and change those hoses. So far, we've blown one this year that I know of. I went down and fixed the end of a cylinder one morning for them, and it sat over there 3 weeks waiting for Chris to have the time to fix it. So you gotta think of it this way, buying new isn't necessarily the right thing right now with this DEF fluid and everything on those tractors. If you look on the internet, you can find all kinds of brand new tractors people just want to get rid of because they're junk. You might want to look at going the other way, putting a new mower on that tractor.
with some new tires, re-hose it, put that starter on, because that's gonna kill you side the road. You're gonna blow a hose and you aren't gonna be able to start the tractor. I mean, you can do these few little things to it, you'll be alright. I mean, it's not bad. Think of it that way. You have to weigh that all out.
I mean, I know what tractors are going for, so I that's why
That's why.
I'm cringing at that cost. But
I mean,
what is a mower? I mean, because I mean, you look at the one we have now. It's been welded so many stinking times that you've got it's certainly got a lot of. We've kept it going. I mean, that's the reality.
It's operator error too. I've seen where somebody ran over stuff that looks like that you were stump grinding.
Sure.
There's
Well,
a difference
that's,
of brush hogging and running over stumps that are
Well, when
10
the,
to 12 inches across. I
the
saw
grass
that
is 3
with my
feet
own
tall,
eyes.
but what I'm saying is, what is a mower replacement? If you were just to replace the sidearm,
That's why I need to price out.
I'd be curious to know the difference. I mean, that would be interesting to know, just as we're looking at everything. Because if, I mean,
So has most of the problems with the tractor itself been the hydraulics
In the past, yes. And it still needs to be upgraded.
versus gears or transmissions?
No, we
or-
got, it's funny because sometimes you go to start that tractor after it sets a little bit, you can't even shift it. So that tells me the pump's getting weak in internal pump.
You thinking?
There's other things that people don't realize what goes on. I know what's going on down, because I'm there, seeing it.
Yeah.
But, whatever. If you guys want to dump a crap load of money, it's like that dump truck. We put motor in, sold it for half what we had into it. Sometimes you gotta draw the line and say, this is it.
I've lived on Scenic View Drive for like 28 years, and it just seems like ever since I've lived there, the thing, I don't know if it's the same one, but I know Joe Davis was subbed out to do the roads before he did it. And he was doing it because whatever they had was broken down, or they didn't have something like that. But I can tell you for the last 10 years, every year it's either broke down once or twice, or somebody welding it or something like that. One of these new machines, you might be able to get other attachments and do multiple work with it instead of just brush hogging too. There might be some other implements that could come in handy for the tractor and the town to use it on other things too. So
Pretty tough to do that when you have counterbalance on that tractor, because you got to boom it 2.5, 15 feet, and you got to have that tractor weighted on the other side. So, I mean, you got to look at it this way: 6-8 weeks a year, 700 miles. Yeah, you can't get away from that. It's got to mow. You might want to look into a 7-foot flail mower going on a boom. I just bought a flail mower myself, and this does a beautiful job.
well, maybe the town can sub it out then if it's not, if their machine's broke down all the time, and sub it out to somebody.
Should be able to look back. They did. There was quite a few years there was a contractor mowing this. I think it was during Bowen's era.
That's
Yeah, it was.
when Joe was doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, he went by and made like one pass that was like 3 feet wide.
And I think that was $8,000 or $10,000 a year or something like that, if I remember right.
Well, I mean, I think the thing to do is looking at
Let's look.
budget time. I mean, November's
That's
coming,
right.
so that's when you're gonna have to do it.
Let me get with the dealers
Get
and
us some
stuff.
money, yeah.
Get some figures
Yeah.
before we brainstorm too much here.
Yeah.
No, I
Well,
think
the only
it's-
reason why I brought that up is because some of these roads are dangerous, and if it's broke down, what are you gonna do? I weed whacked the side of my road, and I went up on the east road and did some of that because of people who's running the stop sign up there every day. It's crazy up there. And the only time I ever see a cop, he's down by El Nicky's pit during the day, and usually he's not even looking at the traffic going by. He's looking at a laptop or whatever he's looking at, and there's people going down that one way there on the Cold River. The other day I was driving up there, and there's somebody from New Jersey coming down through there, and some guy flagged him and told him it was a one-way, but that intersection there on the East Road is getting really, really dangerous. Told Cash about it. He's almost got hit there too. And they did put another stop sign there. But you see it right when you get down through there. Since he brush hog up there, they might be able to see it more on the right-hand side. There's 2 stop signs up there. I was just kinda curious about like another subject, like, we have a cop around here and stuff. I've never seen a cop after 6, 7 o'clock at night, ever. And I don't know what hours the patrols are, but I know down the road, my son's grandmother had these 2 guys go into her house about 6 weeks ago, and he put it on Facebook. They just go right into her house. She's got cameras. She's in there in the daytime, and these guys broke into her house. And one of the guy's relatives actually is a neighbor of mine and his.
Did that get reported to the sheriff?
I believe it did. Yeah, I think it got reported, obviously.
I mean, they've made it a point to not announce their
Yeah.
patrols.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm seeing them down here,
Yeah.
you know, into the evening, sometimes till 9 o'clock at night. But I mean,
Especially up on the middle road by the lumberyard.
I've seen,
Yeah.
and maybe it's, yeah. I mean, we always report to them where they need to, change things
Well,
up.
we have a hot spot up there. You know, we got all the people from the hospital that are going down
Running
East
that.
Road and they're doing 60 miles an hour or faster. Then you got people going up over North Shrewsbury Road and they're all getting to the hospital or the other side of town. It's actually quicker to go through Rutland by Stratton Road that way.
Yep.
You go through the you go drive through Rutland now, it takes you 25 minutes to get to the other end of town, so.
I know when Ken was in business, I brought it up several times. So, I mean, George, I know you're the liaison at this point,
Yep.
right? I think we probably should just put it back on their radar because North Shrewsbury Road's been
Well,
Yep.
get
a
up over
conversation.
them, they come up over them tracks and
Yeah.
it's gas to the
And
floor.
exactly, they're just
he knows.
hammering.
He's heard it.
Well, where that intersection is on the East Road, I sat up there one day, and I was sitting there in my truck. Well, there's a little pull-off over by Gene Stone's. Sat there for 15 minutes, and I
East
probably
Clarendon Road
watched
and
20 cars just
North Shrewsbury
drive
Road.
right through
Oh,
there. And
okay.
it never
Yeah,
even
I
stopped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that today.
And you got Bakers, you got Hunter Excavation, Hubbards, and Carreras that use that road.
Yep. So George, I think I would report it to them again. Just get it back on their radar.
I appreciate that.
Yep, no problem.
And what else did you have?
That's it. I was just wondering about if there was any revenue. I was going to ask Heidi. I believe she might be in charge of that. On the police patrols, if the guy's picking people up, not a warning every time is a good thing.
Actually,
She gave us a report. It should be right
have
here.
this right here.
I was just wondering if it's bringing any revenue into the town.
Actually, for the last
Section down.
fiscal year, as of June 30th, for the fiscal year, it took out $5,940, right? Almost $6,000. But that also includes state police too, like Route 7 and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I don't think
That ain't
Clarendon's
just-
Mayberry anymore, so
Probably not.
no, definitely not. Somebody's, these people running that stop sign up there, if they start handing out tickets up there, maybe people will stop running that stop sign up there.
The presence of the sheriff would do well up there.
6,000 is better than it has been. I will say
Yes.
that. Since I've been on the board, that's probably one of the higher numbers I've seen. So
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for listening anyway.
Yeah.
It's just-
Absolutely.
Here's a copy of this. Do you want
Excuse me?
a copy of the?
I don't need a copy of that. I was just wondering if they were writing tickets out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes just letting people just pass on it, that's giving them out to do another, go through the stop sign again or speed up through there, so.
exactly.
All
I
right.
was up there, I come back when I'm up by the hospital, come back that way and then come down to the stoplight.
Yeah.
Because it's easier, but I almost, before I came up to the one-way from Rutland, not sure, but I thought I saw a car going down that the wrong way.
Well, they do all the time. There's usually somebody in that's probably somebody with an out-of-state plate. About a month ago, I was going up there and I was turning right and I almost got run off by a guy up in Shrewsbury that's notorious for doing 75, 80 up Cold River Road.
That
I remember when there was a big, gravel pit there at that corner, long time, I'm talking back in the 50s.
Yeah, before my time.
Oh,
Thank you guys.
I don't know if there's a way to report it to Google Maps, but that may never have been changed in Google Maps.
That's an interesting thought.
That's a one-way.
One-way.
We may want to just look and see if there's a way to report it to Google Maps, because most people are. The reality is most people now are using Google Maps on their phone.
Right.
That's what they're using. So
There are two signs up there that said do not.
I know,
enter.
but
Right, one way.
it's like the truck drivers that are, follow the
The
GPS
non-road.
into the covered bridges, you know what I mean? They just,
Well, they're not going down here on this one, obviously, yet.
Clarendon's version of Smuggler's Notch.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so, but yeah, maybe,
You put in Google and, want to go to Chippenhook, brings you down the Creek Road and heads you up over Horton Road.
Yeah.
yeah.
Can you imagine that?
But yeah, maybe there's a way to report it. That's just a thought.
All right, public comments, anybody?
It says here, question for the treasurer.
We answered that. That was the revenue.
Finance.
He said
Oh, got it.
how much was coming in tickets.
Thank you.
All right, new business listers, to discuss errors and omissions from the grand list.
Okay. Well, as you know, since the last meeting, we've run the grand list. We're all set.
Thanks, Harry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if Don's aware of this, or I know George is. Up until this year, personal property was always business between the business and the town. This year, the state got involved, and I don't know how utilities report to the state, but the state gives us the figures to use for the personal property tax, business tax. And so the very morning, which was I think July 2nd or 1st, when we ran off the grand list, we got an email from the state with the revised personal property taxes for
Utilities.
utilities,
Yeah.
for Green Mountain Power and for Transco, old Vermont Electric. So this is what the errors and omissions is. There's a change to the grand list on both of those. And needs to be, as you know, it needs to be signed by you folks.
Okay.
And it probably won't be the last, because that was the second revised, that we received from the state since April 20th.
So I'll go ahead and make the motion that we go ahead and approve these alterations to, I guess I'll just reference it as V08506 and V05150, both of those increases for utilities.
Second.
And who's signed it?
The whole board,
Okay.
Yep,
Say
everybody's
that
gotta
in
sign
your
it.
motion.
for the whole board to sign.
Okay. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye,
Anyone opposed? George, you seconded that, right?
I did. We haven't had many of those in quite a while.
Oh, I know it.
Oh,
I know when Bob and I were doing it, seldom. And I know you guys are on the ball, except you don't have any control over the state. You need to change that.
right, I know.
All right, review of legal documents, a bill of sale and quitclaim deed. That's
Yep.
Bob Underhill, just to get that right. So, my understanding is, this is because he's in charge of Historic Society, he's passing this along, he's giving this to the town? Is that how this is working?
These are the legal documents that did up for those transactions.
What is your question, Mike?
My question is, because he signed all this stuff, is this an official document from the historic system?
From Bill Bloomer.
Pardon?
Bill Bloomer
Right, I know he did.
developed both of those documents. And I had Bob sign them as chairperson. And just a regular transfer of ownership from,
So those are all copies.
Yeah.
And where is,
I guess my only question is like, and I don't think I missed any meetings. We wanted to have like a memorandum in place and other stuff before the transfer actually happened. So I kind of feel like somehow the cart got put before the horse here.
what is the other?
That there was going to be a memorandum along with the quitclaim deed that the select board was going to put in place, with the understanding that the historical society was going to remain using it, and that the historical society was going to remain responsible for the property until which time, as it became, and basically the town would only take over
Pass that to Donnie.
he's already had them.
Alright,
That the select board would the town would only officially become responsible for the property in the event that the Clarendon Historical Society became defunct.
Inactive.
Yeah.
And Bill Bloomer would not put that in. He said it should be a separate document.
Correct. That's why I'm saying we said we were going to do both things at once, was my understanding.
And I'm not sure what Bill did. 'Cause the only thing I had got from Bill was that the two documents, because one's for the schoolhouse and one's for the property.
Okay.
That's all he submitted.
Because he didn't wanna take the position of the two legal
Right.
entities that,
Okay.
I didn't understand because there's no money exchange.
Yep.
And it's your responsibility to determine if there's any clouds or attachments or outstanding debt service to the property. So why he didn't do it, but that's Bill. It's his choice.
So I guess it probably should be a motion. I guess I'll make a motion that
Yeah.
we request now that this is done, a memorandum be drafted, a formal memorandum between the Historical Society and
the committee.
a separate document, basically, with the understanding of how this is gonna go going forward.
Layout down the road.
Yeah, that's what I would recommend.
You want, that gonna be requiring an attorney's writing or? is
No,
it
not
some-
really.
No,
something-
this
I
is
think-
the legal actions already. So if this is just,
Yeah, the ownership is, the transfer of ownership is right there.
right,
Mhm.
The other thing is for the society to be responsible for the
Yeah.
maintenance and operation as long as it's an active organization.
It's
a
basically a contract between the
one
two.
line and
Yeah.
that would be it. So I don't know what terminology.
What it's referred to is a memorandum of agreement. And so you sit down how you're gonna operate and have both parties sign it and
it's
have,
done.
you're done.
I think probably we can draft something.
Yeah.
And then if we've got something, and maybe Kim could research some language, but I
Yeah.
think we could draft
Yeah,
something.
I think so.
And what you would do is you would just run it by Bill Bloomer to make sure it's all kosher before everybody signs it. That's all I would suggest.
That's a reasonable way.
It doesn't have to be costly. We're
We're
talking minimal.
looking for a one-liner that's, and just to establish the fact that we are responsible for maintenance and operation.
Yep.
Which is the key.
Yep.
As long as it's an active, and that's it.
That's really all you're looking for.
That's all you're
really
looking
it's
for.
gonna
You can put all kinds of weasel words around it, but, that's the basic information.
are you suggesting then that?
So I was gonna say, I guess I'll make an motion that Kim draft something and we get something so that we're good to go.
And, I'll volunteer to assist if she wants any
Is
assistance.
there a second to the motion?
second that.
I'll second, or I guess you.
Donnie beat you.
My friend on the end there with the hat.
All right, there's motion made, seconded. I just wanna check in with Kim. You're understanding what we're trying to get here, right?
Yes.
And you and George can,
Yeah, we'll put it together.
Do some
All right.
homework.
Doesn't have to be too much.
and we'll
No,
have this
it's simple.
prepared
Very
for the
simple.
next
Two
meeting.
sentences.
Very
two
simple.
sentences, Yeah.
Then we'll have
Yeah.
this prepared for the next meeting.
Sure.
All right,
Sure,
so
we can
there's
do that.
motion made, seconded, we've had brief discussion. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, in the interest of time and because everything's all together, I would make the motion that we go ahead and approve the updated highway personnel evaluation that came out of committee, and approve the update to the employee personnel policy that states that they will take place twice a year.
Second.
All right, is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Did you find that?
I
thing?
set aside on that motion.
You recuse.
Recuse yourself, okay.
Did you find the thing that you were concerned about yet?
Not yet, I haven't
Okay.
looked. Got too much other stuff going on.
Okay.
Now with this approval of change to the evaluation policy,
It was,
You just did it.
yeah,
You
no,
just
no,
did it.
no, but I have a question.
Oh,
What, wasn't there a standing policy already in our town?
yes, but we needed to change it that we're gonna do these evaluations twice annually, not just once.
Okay, that's, I just want
Mhm.
to make it clear. All right, old business. Update on roadside clearing on Quarterline
We gotta
Road.
do the
Did you
fireworks
do
permit first.
fireworks?
fireworks.
Yeah, all right, there's been where the hell did I put it? Oh, right here. There's a fireworks permit request from Jimmy Austin. Do you want to speak to this at all, Jim?
Just my grandson wants to do some fireworks up there on the farm on the Quarterline Road, on a Saturday night, and just to make sure that all the rest of the neighbors, I can tell them I have a permit if they complain to it.
What do you have for a date?
This,
Well, it's kind of a two-way date. He wanted to do it this coming Saturday night, but he didn't realize that the Wallingford days were this weekend, so he may be down there to Wallingford days, so he wanted to know if he could do it the following weekend on Saturday night,
What do
so.
we have, a 2-week prior, I think it is.
So we put
yeah,
down.
so it's the 19th or the 26th.
Yeah.
So we're within that boundary.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Is there a second for discussion?
I'll second it.
All right, is there any discussion?
Can be over with by 6 o'clock.
In the morning.
Can't go after 10.
Talk to
Has to
Jim.
be over with by 10.
Talk to Jim. Okay, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Good.
Real high, Jimmy, so I can see from my own.
Send it right down.
All right, now let's go to the old business. Update on roadside clearing on Quarterline Road. George, you got anything for us?
Well, we have this, information that Kim reached out to, Beelman and asked for an update, and her reply was slowly making progress, currently away, but we'll have some help when I return, and we'll sign, Kathy Beelman. Now, I've been up by there a number of times, and I don't think a whole lot's been done. Jim, you go by up and down that?
They were actually working on it on Sunday and did a
Okay.
little bit more. She had a crew of 4 or 5 people there with her doing it, and I didn't stop, but once again, it's her, from what I understand, her complaint was she didn't want it thinned out because it was keeping the dust from her house and her cars and everything else. If the guys could have just gone down through the brush hog, tipped up on edge, and trimmed it off, it would have been fine and dandy. She's now clearing it, so before you couldn't drive by and see her car or see her house. Now you can see her car and see her house. But and she's only probably done, I would say, less than 25% of the roadside. She's done basically from her driveway north to about center of her house.
What about the higher stuff? Anything there?
Well, there's not too much done up higher either. She did have they did have a couple small pieces of tree that may have been 5-6 inches in diameter laying there in the road, and she had her tractor out there when I went by on Sunday.
I didn't happen to go by Sunday. Okay,
So, you guys did agree on a timeline,
yes, August.
so.
By the end of August? Or what was
August
it?
19th, I think
Yeah.
it was. I'll have to look.
Okay.
So, we'll
Monday after fair.
keep reminding her
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
it's coming.
that date was established so that if the town crew has to do it, that they got a little time before we get into fall.
We gave
All right, discussion on a slate roof repair and possible update assessment of town hall upper level. In the building fund, municipal building fund, as it stands right now, there's $241,982.24 in the building fund. Kim, have we contacted anybody to take a look at that upstairs?
Well, I had reached out to the Preservation Trust of Vermont, and she gave me a contact of someone who could repair at least the hole in the leaking roof. And
Where are we leaking? Just curious.
somewhere in the upper left corner.
The back corner where it did the
And-
last time.
Okay.
And he didn't respond to my message or my email, but this woman did say she had some other Slate contractor names available. She also recommended that this Ed Clark from MBF Architects do an updated assessment. If for any future repairs we might need, it would be needed to have the assessment. His fee is $2,500, but Preservation Trust of Vermont would do a $1,000 grant to assist with that. And if we do,
But this is not on historic registry because of what got done, right?
That's right, because we took the slate roof off the front, and as soon as we did that, they said,
So we're not obligated to go through that.
no. That was what came back to us.
Well, I'm trying to think because there's been an architectural assessment done since I've been on the board.
yes, there was one done. I have to look at the date.
I was gonna say, I don't think I'd been on the board a terribly long time, but there's been one even since I've been here.
I'll have to
And-
look up
and
the
that
date to
assessment
see
is
when
what
that
now?
was.
They did an assessment because at that time they crawled underneath and looked at because this is of course is a stone foundation, it's just a crawl space, and they did stuff upstairs. Maybe Heather might have been here.
Sure thing's structurally sound, is that what?
I think Heather was here when we did that.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think Heather was still here.
but do you remember Bob twice, when we first got on the board at the beginning, in the 90s, we put out to the public about a cost of, was like $145,000 at the time or something, and they were gonna redo the whole upstairs and siding and all this stuff. They turned it down in town. Then we didn't do anything with it. And then, just before you got off, we had an individual go up there and plug holes on this side. Remember, they painted this side?
Yeah.
And then on this side, a year later, we had another guy come and he painted the back and this side and then plugged those holes up. Well, the holes are all open back up again.
I mean, I guess we can do whatever we want. I think when Preservation Trust of Vermont finds out that it's not, doesn't even qualify to be on the registry,
There goes $1,000.
they're not going to give you $1,000 anymore. Is my prediction. I maybe they would, but I'd be amazed on that.
Why can't we just have the roof fixed?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I'd call Len Page and have him come down and do it if it was me.
I see Jimmy Myatt's on there too, if he's available.
Either one of them.
Either one of them would be good.
Too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But when you say repair, you talking about taking that slate off and putting a new roof up there?
No,
No, fix it.
fixing,
Patching
no.
up the hole.
Patching the holes up. Seal it. It's no
Slate,
different
it'll last
like
another
fiberglass.
million years.
Slate lasts forever as long as you fix it.
Of course, you're gonna break 6, fix 1, but.
Yeah.
You know, it's the kind of thing you have to look at every once in a while.
It's a maintenance thing.
It's totally a maintenance thing. As long as you maintain it, you're good.
So what's the board's feeling on it? Do we contact some local
Get a couple
folks?
bids, I guess.
Well, I think we ought to get the thing fixed.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
no.
definitely.
It's gonna be hard to bid it.
I wouldn't bid it. I just
Get it done.
whichever one of them can come and do
Get a
it.
range, you know,
Len
they're gonna have a
or-
range. And
They're respectable.
Yep.
So, do you have their phone numbers, or can we?
I have Jim's. He's the one I had reached out to. I can look up Len.
Len Page out of Shrewsbury.
Okay.
Yeah. And let's
Ash,
see if we can
The
get.
other one's okay too, but
Which one?
I
Who, Ralph?
About insurance.
Oh.
Ralph.
But let's see if we can get something by next meeting.
Okay.
if these guys are interested.
I mean, I can tell you that they're all busy right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
You're not gonna, it's not gonna be something that's gonna turn around and happen tomorrow.
No, it'll be a while.
It's gonna be a while.
How bad's the leak right now? Just a drip from time to time, or?
It
Yeah,
all
that's a good
depends if it's
question.
a driving rain, then, but if you go up there and go look at that corner, it's not as bad as it was the last time when we,
So is it, I guess this is a better question then, is it the roof or is it the soffit?
it's down in that corner, so it could very well be the soffit.
That'd be
There's
the
some
soffit.
dead birds up there, so that's how they got in the last time, the birds. If you remember.
Sounds like more of a soffit issue than a roof issue, maybe.
I thought you were talking about up towards the peak or something.
No. it's down-
Well, when this is over,
It's down
let's
in
take a
this
little
one.
field trip and
Yeah.
we'll go see what we gotta do.
Sounds good to me. All right. Town officers and committee members. Kevin,
We're good.
sounds like a man that wants to go home and have dinner.
That too.
John, from the Historic Society, do you have any?
I just want to make sure that there's any questions in regards to the transfer. That's it. If you had
Okay.
questions, I was going to hopefully help answer them.
Anyways, I'd like to express my thanks to you and the folks that are doing the work over there from time to time.
Yes,
It's really nice to see it.
absolutely.
Jim Philbrook and
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there any plans on when you're gonna start taking those windows out and stuff?
No, because what we've discovered is the roof is sagging very bad. And so we pulled in the sides a little bit.
With the cables?
You have to realize that you can't jack stuff very quickly. You have to just a little bit at a time. So we've jacked it,
Every
and
time you
now
walk by, you
we've
give it a
got,
quarter
in
turn.
addition to pulling it in, we've also just put in 4 supports to jack the wall up. And so we're jacking the wall and you're pulling the sides in. We've pulled it in probably a little over 2 inches, which don't seem much like you guys, but 2 inches is huge when you start
Yeah.
pulling that wall in. So, but it's that
Crush them down for 2
when it
months.
starts to creak, you stop, because everything, the development of that peak is, we don't know what the hell holds it together. And they've got some incredible designs, like the roof and the internal roof, there's 2 separate roofs in the building. They're separate, totally separate. In other words, you got the outside slate, or the conventional.
Shingles.
Inside, they've got a separate wall built just for the ceiling. And there's over a foot difference between the two.
When I built the log cabin up by Anderson's, that was in '83. That following summer, I helped Tom the Victory, and I don't know who the other guy was, put the shingle roofs on the north side of that.
Yeah.
When you walked on the roof,
Yeah.
you were bouncing like.
Yeah, there was 2 or 3 serious bows. There's still a bow by the balcony. But again, you have to be so careful when you start, because you're trying to pull it together and push it up. And so you've got 4 or 5 things happening all at once. And the problem being is, I don't think it was ever perfect to start with. So, but we're getting it to the point now that we're going to be putting in some new cross
Members.
in the roof. We're dropping those down another 1.5 feet. So that in turn, we're gonna bolt that, we're gonna get some 2x6s, gonna bolt that in. But the problem with that is, we're waiting for some help. We got 2 old duffers that don't have much strength there. And we can't really lift their 16-footers, and you're trying to pull them up and twist them in between the laths, and turn them and twist them and get them up. It's almost a 4-man operation to do it, and there's just the 2 of us, so hopefully we got some help coming in another week or so to start putting those ties in. So again, it's a slow, and this temperature, I was in there this morning, and it's hot. It's hot.
Probably what you need is a couple Marines up there, right?
Yeah, but you gotta have,
You, sir? And how about Philbrook? Wasn't he in the Marine Corps?
He's already there.
Ah, yeah. So 2 more Marines and we got it. It's another story.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, you can always fall back on the Army if you have to.
I have no comment
I didn't say
there.
that.
Kim, do you have anything you wanna add to the discussion?
Well, with the recent tragedies in Texas, it just makes us more aware of the importance of communication during events and disasters. And Clarendon has always been a member of Vermont Alert, which is used for notifications, and private citizens can be a part of it as well. But I'm going to take a little course this week so that I can manage our account to at least post road closures and such like
Nice.
that.
Good.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Sarah, do you have anything as rec committee?
Not yet. We'll have updates either at this next meeting or the following one.
Okay,
Might get on the agenda. Something coming up.
okay.
It'll be exciting for the town.
Is there any reason for us to have an executive session tonight?
Yep.
Damn.
There is.
Well, we didn't finish the last one we started on the topic.
Right, because Cash wasn't there.
Okay.
All right,
Alright.
so,
Shouldn't take long, I wouldn't think.
all right,
I was hoping we didn't have to do it tonight.
yeah. All right, let's have a motion to go into executive session.
You wanna do concerns first, or?
Well, Donnie, you have any concerns?
I have no concerns.
Rob,
Nothing tonight.
George?
Yeah, so quick one. My favorite topic, the transfer station. A few days ago, we had a situation where we might be short somebody there to man the transfer station, and we only had a day or so to do something about it. Fortunately, I got Jim was willing to volunteer to fill in if necessary. Turns out that it wasn't at that time, but as I understand it, another item is coming up where Horace is not going to be there. So what I'm thinking on our next meeting is we ought to discuss the process in terms of having somebody on tap, and I think to do that, we should probably post the job as a possibility. And so I thought we ought to discuss it next meeting.
Basically post and hire an alternate.
Yeah, something of that nature.
Okay.
So if anybody would, when we do that, anybody could just drop us a note that they'd be interested.
Or he's looking at you too, Kev. You went over there and did a good
I'm
job.
done, Mr. Chairman.
All right, Cash?
All set, thank you.
All right, I'd entertain a motion to go into executive session personnel.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second it.
All right, Rob,
He
second.
wants this.
Technically beat me, I think.
Yep.
All right, so all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?